Okay, let's try the second part. So I showed you already directly how I fill with a high concentration of dinos into a tank of sea monkeys, and you saw some flashes. Sadly, the video only registered a portion of the flashes that I'm seeing, but you get the idea on how to try to get your Chinese sea monkeys. Unfortunately, if the tank is cylindrical, this camera do not focus well, so hopefully this one here that has a flat surface, it will do better. Also, I mentioned that when you remove the water from the original tank, don't toss it away, because your original culture will be able to use that old water of the sea monkey tank. So it doesn't show clearly, but I have here the water that I removed from the tank of the previous video, and I will add it now to the culture of the dinos, because there are nutrients in that water, and I will be able to use it to grow more dinos. Okay, so now what I will do is to show you how safely I try to remove the water from a tank without sucking up and taking away the sea monkeys. Okay, so I showed you already the turkey baster, or the refeeder. This one is 30 milliliters when full. So I got, I think, some people name it filter socks. So the idea is the filter socks, you put this in the tube of the siphon of a filter for an aquarium, and it will stop particles bigger than the holes of the sock going up. So with the same idea, you want as small as possible. In this case, this is defined as an extra fine. I don't know how other companies classify it, but the idea is that I will take the turkey baster and put the sock on top of it, secure it a little, and then it's not in the view, but the idea is that I will remove the quantity, more or less the quantity of water from the tank as safely as possible, to then pour in the high concentration of dinos that will make them shine for a little longer. Okay. Anyhow, so here we go. Don't siphon the water too fast, because they get stuck to the outside. So shake a little just to confirm, and I'm removing more or less. And as before, don't toss away the water. You will use this back with the original dino sculpture. So 60 milliliters. Milliliters. It's roughly. So now we go say on the number 4. And remember that the salinity needs to be close, of the culture need to be close to the tank, or otherwise you are going to choke your sea monkeys when you add the water. Okay. So now, because there are no sea monkeys in the culture of, it's possible that the sea monkeys are sticky, so there is possible that there might some. So what you do is you check it a little, and if you have doubt, I can turn on the lights later and check if anything is still stuck there. Anyhow, so now we go to the part that within the previous video that you take from the culture of the dinos, and you start adding. Just be careful. Remember that this tank has some excuse me, little holes here, so you do not want to overfill that. So and yes, you want to keep as close the culture to the tank as possible, because at least with the pipette that I have, a turkey baster or refeeder, it drops a little when I move. Yes, I forgot to tell why I removed the water instead of let it evaporate and add it. Because you want to keep the salinity levels constant, and so if you let evaporate and you just simply add salt water with the dinos, you will raise the salinity. It's not bad for the sea monkeys, but eventually you might raise the salinity too high for the dinos. So you want to keep it constant. So anyhow, hopefully the flashes that I'm seeing will be seen in the video. So the idea is that you add a high concentration of dinos with the salt water that you replace, so it will make them shine when they eat them or swim through them. So those are the flashes that you see now that should be more frequent than the beginning of the video, because we added a bunch of dinos compared to before. And as before, you take the used water because it has nutrients that the dino culture can use and put it back into the dino culture. And voila! That is how I get my shiny sea monkeys. Of course, you cannot see it, but I'm essentially putting back a LED grow lamp that I have set 12 hours. Cycle 12 hours, so it provides light to the sea monkeys and to the bioluminescent dinoflagellates. So essentially that is the most efficient way I have been able to set up the dinoflagellates to be able to make it the sea monkeys shine, as you are seeing now in the video, because I, from a high concentration bioluminescent dinoflagellates, I remove some quantity of the salt water of the original tank, then I pour in, replacing with the salt water of the culture that has a high concentration of bioluminescent dinoflagellates, and voila, you are seeing how the frequency of flashes have increased in that tank. Of course, eventually it will go down because mostly they are eating the dinos, that is a type of algae. But this is the best solution I have found to make your shiny sea monkeys. So you can Google for bioluminescent dinoflagellates if you want to find the different sources, and I will put some links in the description of the video with some information of where I got them and what I did use to make them grow. Okay, on to the next one, everyone.